and feeling down just a little bit. Okay. So as always, we'll go ahead and start in a comfortable seat, either on your heels or directly sitting on your mat. The dog might interrupt us. I can see him stirring. And then just find a comfortable place for your hands. And I think I mentioned last week, but I've been sitting on my heels and tucking my toes to kind of stretch out the bottom of my feet and the tops a little bit. And this can help in downward facing dog. You often are, when you're coming into down dog, you're pushing your heels down. So this helps a little bit for as long as you can stand it anyway, if you want to try it. And then hands on your thighs or knees, either closing your eyes or taking your gaze to a spot on the floor, softening your eyelids. Then we'll do our usual body scan to check in with those spots where we might be holding tension, try to release. So if you're not up on your toes, you can wiggle your toes, let your feet relax. If your legs are folded, allow your knees to fall towards the mat. And pull your belly button toward your spine, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, shrug your shoulders toward your ears. And then exhale, roll them back, bringing your shoulder blades closer together behind you. Wiggle your fingers a couple of times. Let your hands relax. Wiggle your jaw a couple of times. Let it relax. Tongue falling away from the roof of your mouth. Soften the creases of your eyes and your forehead, letting those muscles relax. Giving your face a little bit of a droopy feel. And then we'll begin to focus on our breathing. Emptying your belly fully before you take in a new round of air. Inhale, fill your belly, expand your ribs. Take it all the way to your upper back. Before you exhale, release. Emptying your belly last. And then pausing before you start a new round. Filling your belly. Expanding your ribs all the way to your upper back. Exhale, release through your nose. Empty your belly last. And then take a couple more rounds at the pace of your own breath. Maybe focus on really expanding those ribs. You can feel it in your back, you can feel it in your front, and even all the way up in your shoulders before you exhale, release. But be mindful that you're not pulling your shoulders towards your ears, rather filling yourself up all the way until you feel the urge to lift your shoulders. That's when you know it's time to exhale and release. And on your next round of breath, set your intention for class today. Maybe it's to focus on your breathing and being present. Maybe it's stretching out your body today to get rid of that tension. As I mentioned, is my focus for today. Maybe it's to clear your mind of any negative thoughts or feelings you might be having due to various circumstances in our current environment. And today, it's a little blue outside. Might make you feel good. And then we'll take a round of breath together to seal our intention, or to set our intention, that is. Begin by exhaling all of your air, emptying your belly last. Inhale, fill your belly, expand your ribs, open mouth, release. And on your next inhale, make your way into a tabletop pose. Bringing your hands Shoulder width distance apart, knees hip width distance apart. Spread those fingers wide. Push into your index fingers and thumbs. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Lift your chest. Take your gaze beyond the top of your mat. Then on your inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward for cow. Exhale, pull your belly toward your spine, rounding your back for cat. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward for cow. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin for cat. And move through a few more rounds at the pace of your own breath, matching the length of your exhales with your inhales. And keeping that in mind throughout class, keeping the integrity of your pose. Not trying to rush through anything, even though this is vinyasa. Still want to do each asana justice and not be sloppy or too quick in how we move through our pose. You're welcome to take any other movements in your cat-cow, maybe dropping your sit bones back towards your heels on your exhale, rounding that spine. And then when you inhale, come up into your cow pose. As you exhale, if you're coming back toward your heels, you can really focus on rounding your upper back. Maybe releasing any tension there. Then on your next inhale, we'll meet back in our tabletop pose. From here, tuck your left toes on the mat. Push your heel towards the back of your mat. Keep your gaze towards the top of your mat or just beyond the top. Feeling that nice stretch down the back side of your left leg. And then begin to lift that left leg parallel to the mat, toes pointing down. Reach your right arm forward, fingertips towards the top of your mat, thumb towards the ceiling. Pull your belly button towards your spine. You're going to take an inhale here, and then exhale, bring your elbow and knee to touch underneath you, rounding your spine. Inhale, reach forward and reach that foot back. Exhale, elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, pull that heel back, reach those fingers forward. Exhale, knee and elbow to touch. 2 more rounds. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, round your spine. Touch underneath you. Inhale, 1 more, reach long. Exhale, elbow and knee to touch. And inhale, reaching. Exhale, knee and hand back down onto the mat. We're going to switch sides. Tuck those right toes on the mat. Push your right heel towards the back of your mat. Keeping your gaze forward. Belly button pulled towards your spine. Pushing into your hands. Keep that chest lifted. And then bring the right leg parallel to the mat, toes pointing down. Reach that left arm forward. Keeping your gaze towards the top of your mat. Really reaching those fingertips forward and heel back on an inhale. Exhale, elbow and knee to touch underneath you. Round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, elbow and knee to touch. 3 more rounds. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow and knee to touch. The last 2 rounds at the pace of your own breath. And on your next inhale, after your 2 rounds, reach along 1 last time. Then exhale, knee and hand back down into the mat. We're going to come into that again. Now I'm going to have to remember. Okay. So extend your left leg long, parallel to the mat, toes pointing down. Reach the right arm forward. This time you could either stay steady or bend into that left knee and reach back with the right hand, grabbing the inside of your left foot, and either just pulling that heel towards you or kicking your foot into your hand for a small back bend. You might feel it mostly in your left quad and your low back. Just a gentle back bend to start out our class today. Begin to open up that chest. Take one more inhale here. Then exhale, release, switching sides. Extend your right leg long behind you, parallel to the mat, toes pointing down. Reach that left arm forward, then stay here or bend into your right knee. Reach that left hand back, grab onto the inside of your left foot, pull that heel towards you, or kick into your foot. Really open your chest, come into that minor back bend, and stretch out that right quad. We're doing lots of things in this pose. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release, reach long, and then bring the knee and hand back down onto the mat. From here, step back into your high plank. We'll just stay here for a moment with your shoulders in line with wrists, hips in line with shoulders, and then drop those knees down. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower halfway down first, and then bring your chin, chest, and hips down onto the mat. Hands by your chest, elbows pointing back. Inhale, lift your chest for cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. One more round. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. And then push back through table or plank into your downward facing dog. Having your knees either slightly or deeply bent for this first down dog. Lifting your hips towards the ceiling. Kind of turning your biceps towards the top of your mat. You'll feel your shoulders moving away from your ears. Pull your belly button towards your spine. And then maybe pedal your feet. Dropping opposite heel. And then the other. And then steadying your down dog, dropping both heels towards the mat, really lifting the hips up, chest towards your thighs. Inhale, bend your knees and walk your feet towards the top of your mat. Exhaling into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, flat back, taking your gaze beyond the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. From here, bring your right fingertips towards the center of the mat. Really bend deeply into your right knee and lift your left arm towards the ceiling. Coming into a twist. Maybe having a slight bend in that left knee. And take your gaze up towards your left hand. Really turning your chest open towards the left. Maybe even wrapping that left arm around your low back, grabbing onto your right thigh. You have that grip of your thigh, reach your arm back towards the ceiling on an inhale, and then exhale, forward fold. We'll switch sides. Bend deeply in the left knee, left fingertips towards the center, reaching your right arm towards the ceiling. Maybe taking your gaze up towards that right hand. And you have the same option on this side. Maybe wrapping that right arm around your low back, grabbing onto the left thigh, keeping your chest turned open towards the right. And if you have the bind, inhale, reaching your right arm towards the ceiling. Then exhale, bringing that right hand down onto the mat, forward fold. We're going to stay in the forward fold for a couple of rounds of breath. Maybe bending deeply into your knees, bringing your chest onto your thighs. You can really feel the release in your low back. Head hangs heavy, maybe coming into ragdoll, grabbing the opposite elbows. And then nodding your head yes, shaking it no. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release. Bringing your hands down onto the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling. And then grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Really reaching up towards the ceiling. And then pulling your hands over to the right. You can feel a nice stretch down your left side. Feet are hip width distance apart. Chest turned forward. Pull your belly button toward your spine to tuck your tailbone and to make sure you're not putting too much weight into your low back. Inhale, come back to center, reaching both arms up. Exhale to the left. Feeling the stretch down your right side. Shoulders relaxed. And inhale back to center. Release the grip of your hands and clasp your hands at the base of your spine on your exhale. Inhale, lift your chest towards the ceiling, the gaze up, and then exhale, fold forward, the long spine, and then rounding into your forward fold, either pulling your hands towards the back of your mat or towards the ceiling, opening your chest, nodding your head yes, shaking no. Take an inhale here. Exhale, release, bringing your hands down onto the mat. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold, plant your hands. Step your left foot back, coming into a low lunge. Walking that right foot forward. Then inhale, make your way up into your high lunge. Sweeping your arms towards the ceiling. Coming onto those back toes. Lifting the heel up. And bending into that front knee. Shoulders relaxed. We're just going to do some strengthening movements here by first inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. One more round. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. Take an inhale here. Exhale, clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Inhale, lift your chest up. Then exhale, fold over that right thigh. Take one round of breath here. And on your next inhale, come back up. Reach those arms towards the ceiling. Then exhale, plant your hands on the mat. Step back into your high plank. You have the option to drop your knees or keep them lifted. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk your feet forward into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms towards the ceiling. And then exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step that right foot back, coming into your low lunge on your left side, making sure your ankle and knee are in one line. Before you inhale, come up, high lunge, left hip pulled back, right hip pulled forward, come up onto those back toes. And then inhale, straighten that left leg, exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. One more round. Inhale, straighten, exhale, really bend into that front knee. And then clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold over that left thigh, pulling your hands back, taking a round of breath here. Then inhale, come back up, high lunge. And exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step back into your high plank. Move through your vinyasa, chaturanga, slowly lowering down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal those feet a couple of times. Really lift your hips up. And then settle in your down dog, dropping your heels towards the mat, pushing weight into your index fingers and thumbs. And then inhale, bend your knees. Walk towards the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. And exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Coming into that low lunge first. Before you make your way up to your high lunge, reaching your arms towards the ceiling, shoulders relaxed. Inhale here. Exhale, clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, fold over your thigh. Just gonna take one inhale here. And then exhale, move into your warrior three. Either lunging that back foot forward or walking your left foot until you feel steady and can lift that left leg parallel to the mat, toes pointing down. Maybe having a slight bend in your right knee. Pulling your hands back towards the back of your mat or towards your heel. Gaze just beyond the top of your mat. Take an inhale here. Then exhale, standing splits. Bringing fingertips onto the mat. Face falling towards your thigh. Toes pointing, left toes pointing down towards the mat. And you can either stay here, we're going to do some Shiva squats. So if you want to come into Shiva squats, first you take an inhale, then exhale, bend your right knee and bring the left knee behind your right. Inhale, straighten the right leg, reach the left foot back. Exhale, squat, left knee behind right. Inhale, straighten, extend that left leg. One more. Exhale, squat, left knee behind right. And then inhale, straighten, extend that left leg. Then exhale, step back into your low lunge. And then step the back foot forward to meet the front into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your right foot back. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up. High lunge. Exhale, clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold over that left thigh, taking your gaze forward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, warrior three. Lunging forward or walking that right foot forward Bringing it parallel to the mat. Chin or chest parallel to the mat. Gazing forward. Pulling those hands back. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, standing splits. Fingertips on the mat. Folding over your left thigh. Head hangs heavy. Either stay here or move into those Shiva squats. Want to come into the squats, take an inhale here. Exhale. Bend the left knee, right knee behind left. Inhale, extend. Exhale, right knee behind left. Inhale, straighten the left leg, reach the right leg back. One more. Exhale, right knee behind left. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, step back. Low lunge. This time, step back, high plank. And move to your VInyasa. Rock forward, chaturanga. Then inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a round of breath here. We'll move through that one more time. This time, one breath, one movement. Lift those hips up in your down dog. Drop those heels towards the mat. And inhale, bend your knees. Walk your feet forward. To your forward fold on an exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. And then exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step that left foot back. Low lunge. Inhale, come up. High lunge. Exhale, clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold over that right thigh. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior three. Take an inhale here. Exhale, standing splits. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge. And then inhale, step that back foot forward to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back, coming into a low lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling. High lunge. Exhale, clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Inhale, lift your chest. Gaze up. Losing my balance. Exhale, fold over that left thigh. Take an inhale here. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale here. Exhale, standing splits. Inhale. Exhale, step back, low lunge. And then step the front foot back, high plank. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to inhale, rock forward into your high plank. And then you're just going to lift your right leg so it's parallel to the mat. Pull your belly button towards your spine, engaging your core. And then step your right foot forward. You may need to wiggle that right foot up once you have it down, but step it on the outside of your right hand. We're going to come into a runner's lunge. So both hands on the inside of your right foot. And then you're going to either keep your back knee lifted or drop it down onto the mat. So in your runner's lunge, your toes can either be facing forward or you can turn your toes off of your mat so that your right thigh is a little more open. You can either stay up on your hands or fingertips or come down onto your forearms, whichever feels best for you. If you're up on your hands or fingers, you might want to lift your chest and gaze forward. That'll be a bit of a deeper stretch in that left hip and quad area. I'll just take a round of breath here. Letting your shoulders relax. Focusing on those equal inhales and exhales. Then you can either stay here or plant your left hand on the mat, bend your left knee, and reach back with your right hand to grab the outside of your left foot for a quad stretch and a bit of a back bend here. So you can either pull that left hip or left heel towards you, which will be more of a quad stretch, or you could kick your foot back into your hand and kind of lift your chest a little. Take one more round of breath here. And if you have the grip of your foot, go ahead and release. We'll meet back in our runner's lunge. Tuck those back toes, lift that back knee up, and then step back into your high plank. And we'll switch sides. First, shifting weight, make sure weight is in your fingers, not your wrists. Pull your belly button towards your spine, and then lift that left leg up. Toes pointing down, legs parallel to the mat. Take an inhale here, and exhale, step the left foot on the outside of your left hand. Maybe taking some time to walk it up there, so both hands are on the inside of your left foot. Keep that back knee lifted or drop it down. Again, left toes can be pointed forward, or you can turn your toes off the mat to really open up that hip a little more. Your knee kind of falls out to the side. And you can either stay up on your hands, or come down onto your forearms. You may notice one side is a little more open than the other. I noticed my right quad is a little more open than my left. So I can get a little deeper into this pose. Adjust however you need to modify for your body. And then you can either stay here or come onto your right hand, bend that left knee, or right knee, I'm sorry. You're coming onto your right hand, bending your right knee, grabbing the outside of your foot with your left hand. Again, either pulling that heel towards you or kind of kicking into your hand so that your chest lifts a little more. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release, bringing both hands onto the inside of your left foot. Tucking those right toes, lifting that right knee, and then stepping back into your high plank and move to your vinyasa. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay in this down dog for a couple rounds of breath. Lifting your hips towards the ceiling. Belly button towards your spine. Chest towards your thighs. And inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your left foot back, coming into that low lunge. And then spin your back foot down onto the mat so that your front heel is in line with the arch of your back foot. and come up into your warrior two. Bringing your arms parallel to the mat. Bending into that front knee. Hips are in line. Hips are in line with your shoulders. Chest is facing towards the side of your mat. And pull your left knee out towards your pinky toe. Maybe take your gaze over your front fingertips. Pushing weight to the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right arm towards the ceiling, left hand on your left leg, or wrapped around your low back, still bending into that front knee. Now, whichever arm variation you choose, just make sure you're not relying on that back hand to hold you up. That's why I like to wrap it around my low back, so don't do that. But do whatever feels good for you. Right shoulder relaxed, maybe gazing up. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Coming into a triangle, reach those right fingertips forward so they won't go any further. Then drop that right hand down onto your mat. Lift your left arm towards the ceiling. Same thing with your right hand. You feel like you're relying on it too much to hold you up, you can turn the top of your hand onto the inside of your thigh. So it's more used as leverage to open your chest up. Maybe gaze up towards your left fingertips. Inhale, come back up. Bend into that right knee, warrior two. Take an inhale here. Exhale, extended side angle. Gently resting the forearm on your thigh. Not using it to hold you up. Turning your chest open. And then come into a half bind from here. So wrapping your left hand or left arm around your low back. Maybe you can grab onto that right thigh. Opening your chest up, kind of like we did at the beginning of class in our forward fold twist. And then if you'd like to try the full bind, you can reach that right arm underneath your right thigh, clasp your hands together, and then open your chest up. Still bending in that right knee. Maybe taking your gaze up towards the ceiling. And on your next inhale, if you have that bind, come back to the extended side angle. And then come back into the warrior two, bending into that front knee. Take an inhale here, and then exhale, windmill your hands down onto the mat. Low lunge, step that back foot forward to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms towards the ceiling, mountain pose. Exhale, dive forward into your fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back. First coming into the low lunge. And then spinning that back foot down onto the mat. Front heel in line with the arch of your back foot. Inhale, come up into your warrior two. Arms parallel to the mat, palms facing down. Bending into that front knee. Turning your chest towards the side of your mat. Pulling your knee towards your pinky toe. And pushing weight onto the outer edge of your back foot. Actively engaging with the arms, so you're really reaching fingertips forward and back. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Right hand onto right leg, wrapped around your low back. Still bending in that front knee, left shoulder relaxed. Maybe taking your gaze up towards your left hand. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten that left leg, and then reach the left fingertips forward. so they won't go any further. Dropping that left hand down, right arm towards the ceiling, triangle, turning your chest open. Maybe bringing the top of the left hand onto your calf or thigh. Using your upper body to hold you up. Your back should feel like it could rest on the wall behind you. Maybe gazing up toward your right fingertips. And inhale, warrior two. Bending into that front knee. And exhale, extended side angle. Gently resting the forearm on your thigh. Then using your upper body to hold you up, not your arm. And reach those right fingertips towards the ceiling. And then bring that right hand, wrap it around your low back, and maybe grab onto your left side with a half bind. Keeping your chest open. And if you want to try the full bind, you can reach that left arm underneath your left thigh, clasp your hands, and then turn your chest open. Maybe taking your gaze up, pushing weight to the outer edge of that back foot. You're not relying so much on your left leg. And if you have the grip of your hands, go ahead and release. We'll meet back in extended side angle. And inhale, warrior two. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Low lunge, step back, high plank, and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling those feet. Even at the beginning of class. Lifting your hips up. Pushing weight into your index fingers and thumbs. Turning those biceps forward. Take one more round of breath here. Steadying in your down dog. Dropping those heels down. And then exhale, drop your knees onto the mat. And then lower, or you can come up into plank if you'd like. We're going to lower all the way down onto our mat, resting on one ear, bringing your arms down by your side. Inhale, bring your chin onto the mat. Turn your palms face down onto the mat. Then on your next inhale, lift your chest. Bring your legs together. Lift your legs and lift your arms off the mat. Lean into a locust pose. Really pulling your heels towards the ceiling. Lifting your chest up. Reaching those fingertips back. Take one more inhale here. And then exhale, lower down. Resting on your opposite ear. Inhale, bring your chin back to center. Clasp your hands at the base of your spine. Bring your legs to touch. Then on your next inhale, lift your chest, lift your legs, and pull your hands back towards your heels, keeping your gaze at the top of your mat. Take one more inhale here, maybe lift a little higher, and then exhale, slowly lower down. Bring your hands next to your chest, and then push back into your table. And coming into a child's pose, this time with your knees touching. Drop your heels, sit bones back to your heels. And then instead of reaching your arms forward, bring your arms next to your legs so fingertips are pointing back. and forehead is resting on the mat. Your next inhale, slowly come up to a seat on your heels. And from here, we'll come into, oh, just lost my train of thought. Wow. Come up onto your knees. And bring your hands onto your low back as I think of what this pose is called, which Teresa and I just talked about at the beginning of class. Bring your knees about hip width distance apart. And then try to bring your elbows close together behind you as you open your chest up. And then push your hips forward as you lift your chest towards the ceiling, lifting your chin towards the ceiling. We're going to come into 2 rounds of this. So we'll just start here for this round, not taking it any further. Focusing on lifting that chest while you're pushing your hips forward. And then inhale, slowly come back up. And then we'll pause for a round of breath here. And then Teresa, for the next round, if you want to use your prop, you can go ahead. You have the same options. You can either come back into the gentle back bend, or you can reach back for your heels. So if you want to reach back for your heels, you have 2 options for this. You can either tuck your toes and reach back, or keep the tops of your feet on the mat, which is a bit of a further reach. So first, we're going to inhale like we did, pushing the hips forward, taking your gaze up, and lifting your chest up. Now you can either stay here, or tuck your toes, or keep your tops of your feet flat, and then reach back with your hands to grab your heels, and then pushing those hips forward once again, chest lifting towards the ceiling, gazing up, or maybe you can even gaze back. Wherever you are, you're focused on lifting and pushing forward, not dropping down into the pose. Inhale, bring your hands back onto your low back, and then slowly come back up. Take a couple of breaths here. Untuck your toes if you have them tucked. The big chest opener. You want to take a few rounds of breath in case you're getting a little dizzy, and then we'll come back to the seat on our heels. And then we're going to swing our legs around in front of us, extending your legs long on the mat. Feet pushing forward, toes towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift your arms up. Start with a long spine. As you exhale, slowly fold forward. And then begin to round your back. Bringing your hands onto the mat, heels or toes. And letting your face fall towards your thighs, your shin. Inhale, slowly come back up. And then we're going to lower down onto the mat. First, pushing your feet forward, long legs. Arms parallel to the mat, thumbs forward. Lift your chest, long spine. And then we're going to slowly lower down. So begin to round your spine. Pull your belly button toward your spine. You come down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach your arms overhead, point your toes for a nice big stretch. And exhale your knees into your chest. Maybe rocking from side to side, massaging that low back. Or you could grab onto your knees and make circles one direction and the opposite direction. And place your feet back down onto the mat. And then bring your, let's do folded legs. So we're going to fold your left leg over your right. Either bring your arms out like airplane wings or goalpost arms. Sorry, one of my dog. And we're gonna come into a twist from here. So lift that right leg up, kind of bringing your knees towards your chest. And then exhale, drop your knees to the right. If this is too deep of a twist for you, if your leg's folded, you can unfold your legs, stack one on top of the other. Wherever you are, we try to keep both shoulders down on the mat. And maybe you could take your gaze over your left shoulder or your left elbow. You're in both those turns. And then focus on, when you exhale, dropping your knees closer to the mat. So instead of trying to hold your legs up wherever you are, you really let them sink into the mat. Heavy as they can. And inhale, bring your legs back to center. Take the opposite twist, so unwind the right leg on top. And then pull your knees towards your chest on an inhale. And exhale, drop your leg over to the right. Try to keep both shoulders on the mat. Adjusting your twist however you need to. Then maybe taking your gaze over your right shoulder, right elbow. Then on your exhale, we're letting those legs sink into the mat, not trying to hold them up. Inhale back to center. Unwind your legs. We'll come into a happy baby for our final pose. Grabbing behind your thighs, pulling your knees toward your armpits, or grabbing the outsides of your feet or big toes. Maybe rocking from side to side. Pull your low back down onto the mat, giving yourself a nice back massage when you rock. Then we'll hug our knees into our chest one last time. This time pulling your forehead towards your knees. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, release. Coming into Shavasana. Extending your legs long. Arms either by your side or stretched out away from you. Lift your chest up. Bring your shoulder blades closer together underneath you. And then maybe kind of ground your heels into your mat and try to walk your heels a little bit further down the mat so you're really stretching yourself out. You can slightly tuck your chin towards your chest. Back of your neck is nice and long on the mat. And then we'll do that body scan once again. So wiggle your toes, let them relax. Let your feet flop away from each other. Let your hips sink into the mat. Wiggle your fingers a couple of times. Let them relax. Shoulders and head sink into the mat. Let your jaw relax. Soften the crease of your eyes and your forehead. And take this time to really thank your body for allowing you to practice yoga. Try to focus on the things that you are grateful for while keeping your awareness on your practice. These last couple of minutes, and then I'll walk you out of Shavasana. Begin to bring awareness back to your breath. Bring life into your body by wiggling your fingers and toes, rolling your ankles and wrists. Letting your chin drop from left to right. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, point your toes for one last big stretch. And exhale, your knees into your chest, rolling onto either your left or right side for Shavasana B. Fetal pose, the pose we use to transition back into your day. And inhale, slowly make your way up into your comfortable seat, holding with the opposite leg on top, with your legs folded in the beginning of class. Bringing your hands onto your thighs or knees, shoulders relaxed, chest open. We'll take one round of breath together to seal the intention we set at the beginning of class. Start by emptying all of your air. Inhale, fill your belly. Expand your ribs. Open mouth. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head in gratitude. Thanking yourself for showing up on your mat this evening. Happy weather, and for anything else that you are grateful for. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.
Thank you, Samantha.
Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.